What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. You already know it's the weekend. That means that it's time for the weekly chart breakdown. If you have been enjoying the video so far, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel so we continue growing. And besides that, keep in mind that the coming week we have some bigger news on the USD dollar on Tuesday. So we have CPI news. So that's where we could expect some bigger volumes in the market as well. And on Wednesday we have GDP CPI news as well. So keep that in mind before entering on your trades. Now without further ado, I'd say let's get right into the charts. So as always, we'll start off on the pair GBPJPY on the weekly time frame, and we'll do our top down analysis. So now looking at the weekly time frame, this still looks very bearish to me. Why? Because we have created a new lower low, a lower high, and we are currently trading still at this range right here, respecting the weekly support. Now from this moment on, if price should break this low right here, it will be a verified bearish trend, and we could see price continue heading bearish back down. So meaning that the weekly time frame closed in the form of a doji. Now dojis always symbolize indecision in the market, so basically in this area anything could happen. So when we go down into the daily time frame now, we also see that we have had a double top pattern on the daily time frame. So basically here we have one top, here we had our second top, and the last daily candle right here closed in a bearish engulfing candle. Not the strongest bearish candle, but it did close bearish engulfing and heading back down and respecting this daily resistance right here. Now meaning that on the daily time frame we've broken structures. So we broke the support right here, created a new lower low, came up to create a lower high, and if we can manage to break this low right here, like I said, this could be a continuation in a bearish trend. Now if price should respect this support right here, we could potentially see more buyers coming into the market as well. So that's when we will want to go down into the 4-hour time frame and see what we could expect. Okay, so here in the 4-hour time frame, this pair is basically in a ascending triangle right now. So we could draw a trend line from here to here, which basically is touching point A, B, and C. And then another trend line that goes from top to bottom right here, meaning that this is an ascending triangle, and ascending triangles usually predict a bullish breakout to the upside basically. So what we could wait for here is a break to the upside, a break out of this pattern, then wait for a retest to then look to continue buying up. But we do need to keep in mind that the weekly is bearish, the daily is bearish, and the 4-hour currently as well. So we need to keep that in mind. Meaning, what will I be looking for at this pair? So if we go back into the daily time frame, we see that price is currently consolidating in between this weekly and daily level right here. So as long as it's in this range, I would rather not like to take trades. What I would ideally like to wait for is, as always, a breakout either to the upside. So basically it will look like this. We would have a bullish breakout to the upside, 4-hour candle close above, wait for a pullback down into this daily level, and then wait for an entry signal or a bullish signal to enter on the 30 or 50 minute time frame to then look to buy up into this next weekly level right here. Now if we should not get that and price should come down and not respect this support and break below, close below, I would like to see 4-hour candle close below, wait for a pullback to then look to sell down into this daily level and maybe even further, depending if we should break this low right here as well. So like I said, when it comes into this range, if you do want to trade in this range, you need to keep in mind this 4-hour support and resistance zone right here, which I can draw out here as well. Now this 4-hour resistance is currently being respected right here. As you can see, all of these wicks came up into resistance and rejected time and time again, meaning that this 4-hour resistance is pretty strong. So if you want to look for sells off of this zone, you can wait for a minor pullback into this resistance, wait for an entry signal to sell down into this weekly support level right here if you're looking for short-term sells. Now depending on how price would like to react based off this weekly level, if it gives you a bullish entry signal or rejection candle to the downside, that's when you could look for potential buys up into this 4-hour resistance once more. Now if we should get a break above the 4-hour resistance, could wait for a minor pullback to then look to buy up into this daily level right here. This would ideally be the trades that you could take in this range. But the higher probability trades would be wait for a breakout to the downside or wait for a breakout to the upside. All right, now coming to the pair GBPUSD. Here we also start off on the weekly time frame. And as you can see, last week we closed in a form of a doji as well. So an indecision candle right after this huge bearish candle right here. and we closed respecting this weekly support here as well. So from this moment on, we can see potential buyers coming back into the market, especially because we are still in an overall bullish trend. We need to keep that in mind because we had this push up here, we have a higher high, higher low, a new higher high, and currently at a low right here. So as long as support is respected here, we could see another bullish push to the upside. Now let me activate the levels right here. Going down into the daily time frame now, we see that we are in a form of a bearish trend on the daily time frame though, because here we had a head and shoulder pattern. So we had left head, right shoulder. We had a break of the neckline, meaning that we also broke our previous higher lows right here, creating a new lower low right here. Price came up, retested, and rejected this weekly level as predicted in the previous video. I was actually waiting for price to reach this level to then look to sell, and look what happened. So we had a rejection right here. Price created a new lower high right here, and as soon as price breaks the support right here, it's a verified bearish trend on the weekly and on the daily time frame, meaning that from that moment on we could see some big bearish moves. But keep in mind that as long as this daily support level still holds, we could still see buyers coming into the market and continue the overall bullish trend which GBPUSD is in right now. So we need to keep that in mind. But yes, the daily time frame, I mean, it closed the previous one in a big rejection candle. The candle after closed in a bearish engulfing as well. So, I mean, we could see price coming down into this 200,000 level right here, which is also a key level. But we would have to wait and see how it reacts based off the support right here. But let's see what we can expect. So going down into the 4-hour time frame, I've marked off basically 2 4-hour zones right here. Then we have our weekly level and our daily level. And if you want to take advantage, of the smaller movements right here, you can wait for a pullback down into this 200,000 level approximately, to then wait for buying signals to look to enter to buy up into this first 4-hour support right here, then this 4-hour resistance here, and if it continues pushing all the way up into this weekly level. So that would be the first one. You want to wait for a pullback into support, see if it holds, and buy up. Now, if price should not respect that support and just break below, you want to wait for a closure below, wait for a pullback, and then look to sell back down into this next daily level, which would be this 19,420 level. And if that should not happen, if price should just, come up from this moment on, so let me basically delete this. So if price should respect the support it is currently at and just push up, what I would like to see here is for this resistance on the 4-hour time frame to be broken, wait for a closure above, wait for a pullback, then wait for a nice bullish entry signal to then look to buy up into this weekly resistance level right here. Once price reaches this weekly resistance level up here, we would have to wait and see how price would like to react. So here you could potentially take some sells if price gives you an entry signal to sell, or you wait for a break above, close above, pull back, and then look to continue buying up. It all depends on how it would like to react. But my BS on GU overall is still kind of bearish because we can't ignore this huge bearish momentum here. So I think that next week we could see some bearish volume coming in as well. If not, then like I said, wait for a breakout to the upside to then look to buy and take advantage of buys as well. And now coming to the pair gold dollar, we will also start off on the weekly time frame, and here we are also currently still in a bullish trend. Why is that? We've had this huge bullish run right here. We never got a clean pullback, so we are actually finally making a form of a pullback right here. So we've had our higher high, we are coming down for a potential higher low right here. So if this area right here is being respected, we could see some bullish volume come into the market and price finally create new higher highs. But of course, this is all speculation. Nothing is guaranteed. Now looking at the weekly time frame candle, how it closed, it also closed in a doji and with a bigger wick to the upside, meaning that the buyers couldn't fight against the sellers. The sellers just pushed price all the way back down below this daily supported resistance level, but above this one right here. So here we are currently also in a range. And when we go down into the daily time frame, we can see a little more clearer. So basically, we are in this range right here. And nothing really happened last week. We didn't have big moves. As you can see, price every time it came above, closed back below, closed back below, closed back below, and now closed back below. So price is currently respecting this daily support and resistance zone right here. And in my opinion, as long as we stay below, we could see more sells coming into the market as well. And the daily candle closed in a form of doji, so indecision in this range here. And what happens with ranges, we want to wait for a breakout either to the upside or to the downside to then take advantage of high probability buys or sells. So in this case, the ideal scenario would be we want to wait for a breakout to the downside, 4-hour candle close below, wait for a pullback to then look to sell back down into this next key level right here, the 1830, or even lower into the 1810 level right here. That will be first scenario. Second scenario is we want to wait for a breakout above this daily support and resistance zone, which has been rejected time and time again. So we want to wait for a close above, ideally a daily candle close above, to verify that now this support or this resistance has been broken and is currently being respected as support. So we want to wait for a candle close above, wait for a pullback to then look to buy up into this first 4-hour resistance zone right here, and then of course into this daily level here. What I was ideally actually waiting for all week was for price to come up here into this 1900 level to then look to take high probability sells all the way back down. But price never really got into that area yet. So my BS for now is maybe short-term buys up into this area. Once we reach this area right here, we could see some high probability sells come into the market and push price back down. Now, of course, nothing is guaranteed. If that should not happen, we can wait for a breakout above, wait for retest as well, same thing here, and then take it up to the next level basically. So like I said, my BS on gold is short-term buys for now, but we do need to keep in mind that we are still in the bullish trend. So the bullish trend or the bullish trend continuation will be verified as long as we close back above the 1900 level. That's when I will only be looking for buys. Anything below for me is still sells because we did have a lot of bearish volume. And I do believe that the CPI news on Tuesday will impact gold very, very strongly. So keep your money safe, only invest what you can afford to lose, and we'll hopefully see you on the next one. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.